everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ashen Coast. Today we are going to focus on getting ourselves a forester's hut and a mine, because these are two things I feel like our colony is going to benefit from in the long run. I also think we need to get ourselves a second builder and maybe a house, maybe a residence for our colonists. But anyway, let's get into it. So obviously we are going to need to figure out where we're putting our storage, what that storage is going to look like, get everything moved over into this house as well. But we can work on that in our own time. First though, I do really think we need to get at least a forester's hut on the go, because we require a lot of wood here and I can't be running around getting the wood for everyone. They need to be self-sufficient. So, what do we need to make ourselves a forester? Okay, a stone axe will get us 2. That's helpful. Okay, build tool. We already actually have 2 stone axes on us, and then we have enough jungle log to make the planks we're going to need. So, there's 2 foresters as quick as possible. Right. We've got the stick out. Oh! The whale shark has come in. Ah, yes. In last episode, while we were watching the player house get built, this guard tower did actually pop up. So that is all ready to go, and I assume that one, that guy right there, is looking for his sword. So we will get round to doing that. I think the best place would be for us to take over some of this area over here. Maybe put the forester along here. Mainly because this is where all the trees are. So we are going to go into production and we're going to get our forester's hut. Now, I assume this is another one on stilts, right? It is, but this is going to go on land. Obviously, it can still be on its stilts. It'll probably make it safer for our builder. And I think somewhere like that would be perfect, but is it actually within the borders now? No. Oh wow, this gets really long, look. Okay, let's bring it down to level 1. Oh, it's got its own dirt out the front, I think, for growing trees. That's a smart idea. So we need to turn it around a couple of times. Oh wow, yeah, that is big. Okay, I think what we'll do is move it so it is 1 further that way and in line with the border. And we will have this huge building. This is going to be massive when it's done. Come all the way out here. Wow. That is big. Might bring it down 1. Would bringing it down cause any issues up here? I don't think it would. There we go. That'll be perfect. And click yes. So now we've got to go find the block, which is hiding up here in this tree. Right click, build options, build building. And that will set our lovely builder there onto creating the forester's hut. Now, one of the lovely commenters said to make ourselves a resource scroll. I've never actually made one of these in Minecolonies. It requires 2 leather. So let's go have a quick check if we actually have 2 leather. See, if Hexeri was in this, we could just use this to make leather, but there isn't actually a way to turn it into leather in this pack, which is fine. Have we got any leather? Oh, Oh, that's lucky. 2 exactly. I've really got to move these lanterns. Alright, there we go. We've got ourselves a resource scroll. And it's nighttime, so I'm going to sleep first. Oh. Curses. You'll notice that the texture pack is different. Well, the shaders are different. I have gone back to using complementary because I was finding it was just a tiny bit laggy, but the water is still just as pretty. But it just runs a little bit smoother. I assume we have to click on the block. I have genuinely never used a resource scroll before. I just used to write it down, which sounds like a long-winded thing. Because she hasn't been over here to, like, say she started working on it yet, has she? No, she hasn't. Come on in. Right, now she started work on it. I assume shift right click? Aha! And there is everything we need. So again, really simple. Let's go do that. Okay, Adriana now has everything she is going to need. And so I kind of want to help her clear this area. So I think what I'll do is I will chop down the trees that are going to be in the area because that saves her doing it. I am going to harvest these because then we can remake the tree, because all you need is a sapling and 8 of your given fruit and you can remake the tree. There we go. Oh. Chuck a bunch of stuff up there. I'm probably going to need that sword. Right. Chop this one. Oh no, is she starting on that fruit tree? Oh no, it's good. Right. I have picked up all of that. I think she's actually clearing the grass from around here, which makes sense. So if I get all of the trees done for her, this will make her life a little bit easier. And you know, with Ultimine, I can just punch this out of the way for her. What are you doing now? Okay, you're attacking these trees. I will get them gone. It's hard to tell exactly where they're going to go with all of it. I feel like she's only getting rid of like a little bit of this. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave her to that one. I would like to get another builder, so I think what we'll do is build ourselves another builder's hut. And then have that builder start their builder's hut. And I think I am just going to slot it directly next to this builder's hut. Although actually I don't think that would fit. That's interesting. Okay, maybe we pop the builder's hut probably back that way. That'll work. Next to the town hall. Because if I come up here, I'm sure the builder's hut, the town hall will show us the building at some point. So we could put the builder here, I think. Okay, let's go make that block first. So do keep your suggestions coming. I do really find them useful. Obviously, this resource scroll is incredibly helpful. Ah, we just need a door. Now, if I remember correctly, we've made a builder's hut before, and therefore we should have a door hiding somewhere. There it is. And then we can chuck some of this. Take the door back. I am going to need some wood, but I've got enough. So, one of you, and all of you. Right. And we're we're going to go and put this builder's hut attached to the town hall. Now, we do have some jungle slabs on us, so I think what I might do is build a platform out a little bit from here. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fill that in. And then here is where we will put our builder's hut. That's the wrong way round. That's the correct way round. Bring it down to meet here. Bring it in once. And that looks pretty good to me because we can always fork off that way or that way. Obviously, if you go through the builder's hut, you can make it anywhere else in the colony. And it also means that this town hall has room to expand because I think this won't be getting in the way. Okay. Oh, it's going to look so good at level 5. I'm surprised this hasn't popped up, but never mind. So we're going to say go to this one and we will bring in this plank. So it shouldn't be an issue for them to actually reach it, especially because the flooring is these slabs, really. Should be fine. Oh, here comes the new builder. And we will get them to build their own hut, because that is helpful. Are you off? You gonna do it? Walk the plank, but to your nice new builder's hut. I really want to get a proper seawall going, but obviously with the amount of buildings we're going to place down, you really have to be wary of that. Because you might just sort of pen yourself in, and then you have to build bits on the outside, and it's a lot. Okay. We now have the builder's hut stuff, which is all of the same kind of stuff we already have, and I've already got lots of iron nuggets to make these from making all the lanterns. Okay, what are you doing up here? Oh, even more digging. Okay, I'm just going to leave her to it. I've already got the second builder on the job, and then I don't really want to put down a second forester because the forester's hut is just so big. It's huge. Let's do our storage while we wait. That's a good idea. So, what kind of storage mods have we got in here? Luckily, there's only 126 pages of mods, so it shouldn't actually take us that long. Obviously, we're going to want a room for our hopper pots. And I really want to get iron seeds as soon as possible, so maybe we focus on getting ourselves some Inferium on the go. Because the second we've got some Inferium seeds and a hopper pot, we are going to be golden. Okay, starting with a hopper pot, we need a pot, we need terracotta, and we need a hopper, which is iron. And I don't think we've got enough iron for that. Or clay for bricks, which is another very important thing. I feel like I picked up terracotta. I did. Okay, at least we've got the terracotta. That will make life a little easier. We're going to need to make some clay. Well, we're not going to have to make some clay. We're going to have to mine some clay from the ocean. And then we seem to be missing iron. Because I did use basically all of it for the lanterns. Which is probably incredibly wasteful. Is that enough to make our hopper pot? That is far too many recipes. One crafting table, please. I believe it's like this with a chest. So, if we make ourselves a chest. Okay, there's the hopper at least. We are going to need more iron due to the fact that we need to make iron seeds, which is going to require 4. We're also going to need gold. We're also going to need red wool. Ooh, this is going to be a lot. I'm trying to keep on top of sleeping so nothing has the chance to spawn, because I feel like we'll have a much more peaceful time of it if I just keep throwing myself into bed all the time. Oh, that house looks so cute. I do actually feel like it does fit in, because I was really worried it kind of just looked like I'd put a barn on top of a plinth. I think I did a good job. It looks nice. You would think the amount of times I've done mystical agriculture. Okay, so it's 2 for each. So that's 16 for that, 17, 18 for that. Okay, we definitely do not have enough. I am going to cook down this skull next because we're never going to use it. And, oh, well, okay, I thought I'd get more than a nugget. Right, mining it is. Now, what would be a good level for iron? We found quite a bit in this tunnel. So maybe if I go from here... Oh, some lapis would be useful. But first, let's mine in a large tunnel. Okay, let's see how long it takes us to actually find iron this way, because I don't want to be mining in a strip mine. If it's not actually going to be useful. Right, that should do it. There are so many ores. Okay, here we go. We've already got some iron. This is what we're going to be doing. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like anybody's finished building anything, but that's fine. Adriana doesn't have a bubble above her head, which is a good sign. Kinsley's in the water. Not such a good sign, but also not a bad sign. Unless there's hippos around. How far has she got? Okay, I guess our mining trip kind of unrendered the chunk, so I'm sure she'll get to it eventually. Okay, let's cook up this iron, and then I can get back down there and find the gold we're going to need. And maybe some diamonds. Where am I going? Okay, if we throw... Right, so if we throw together these, we've got ourselves an iron pick. Thank goodness. Right, let's go get some gold. And diamonds, although I don't particularly want to mine those infested diamonds. I don't think that's going to go well for us. Where did we start from? It was down here somewhere, right? Oh, here's some gold. Oh, it's so good to have an iron pick. Right, more importantly. Oh, we also need prosperity, which requires this iron pick as well. So I can quickly go and get as much of that as possible. Okay, this is just normal. Oh, there's water here. This is just normal deep slate diamond, so we should be okay. Yay, our first diamonds! We didn't get attacked for it. Okay, there's 2. We are just 1 away. I love it when you mine one thing and find another. Ooh. Was that, Aha. It was Inferium. Good. I need more of that as well. Especially if we're going to make seeds. Okay. I think I've got a good amount now. We can go back. Whew. Okay. It's raining again. Such a miserable episode today. Just it's constantly raining. Okay. We need to get ourselves into the boat and cook up this gold. I'm also going to have to go and find some red flowers, I think. I'm going to swap this over to being gold as well. We need more furnaces. We need more coal. We need more everything, basically. So if I grab some clay, which I'm hoping... What's that? Ooh, giant clam. I'm hoping... Ooh, that's a lot of sharks. I don't think I should actually be in the water. Wow, okay. That's more sharks than we thought. Ah. I need clay, though. Look, there's some right there. Come on, let me get it. Okay, we've got the clay. We're okay. Why are there glowing sacks floating here? Shouldn't those be in a cave? I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. It's free stuff for us. Okay. We need to turn that into 3 bricks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here is our 3 bricks. We're going to craft that into a pot. And then I'm going to need to find where we put the hopper. Well, there's the terracotta. Now we just need the hopper. Huh. I know it went in one of these chests. I'm just being exceptionally blind. Oh, there it is. It was in the first one. I'm just very, very blind. Right. This, and this. 1 hopper pot. Right. We're gonna need a chest. Oh, I already had the chests. Right, let's go. We're gonna put these in the house. Oh, wait. Seeds. We need to make the seeds first. And the farmland, so we're going to need a hoe as well. So I need some cobble. And we need the inferium. And then we need some wheat seeds. I think you could use any seeds. But I am going to use wheat. And then it's some dirt. An inferium, and the hoe we haven't made yet. Okay, so hoe, dirt, inferium farmland. We can go and pop this in here. The sun is also setting again. Okay, how are we going to do this? So this is too wide for chests, so we could do them like this and then just fill this entire wall with chests. I appreciate there is a window here, but we don't need to see out of every single window on every single side of the house. So I'm going to put my first hopper pot just here and chuck in the farmland and the inferium seeds, and that will grow away very, very slowly. So I'll store my inferium in there for now. And probably the prosperity and anything mystical agriculture we're going to need. I also think it'd be a good idea to probably move all of our stuff over here. How is this build progressing? Has it not really progressed because it's been raining? Yeah, she hasn't really done anything. There's not even any dirt in these holes yet. Okay. Okay, I am going to work on moving everything from the boat over to the player house, and hopefully by the time I'm done, we should have a forester's hut. So I'd like to say realistically that while I was putting away everything, that this building just sprung up, but it really didn't. So I went through the process of moving everything over into the player house, and that entire time, turns out the builder and one of the guards were just stuck in a hole. So you see where all of the posts coming out of the ground? They just kept falling in the holes. Builders are so useful, but also such a nuisance sometimes. Like, they'll fall in the most annoying of holes. So here, she's building the platform where I assume our forester is going to actually be growing the trees. It's a relatively quick build considering quite how complex these builds are, and now obviously we're getting the decoration on the outside of fencing to stop them falling off. I didn't realise up until right at the end that the gates are actually on the other side, so we have kind of done this building the wrong way round. But I think for the way it looks, we've done this right, because the housing sort of area, the actual hut for the forester, is at the back there, and I think that makes more sense. The builder did actually need some assistance, but I feel like I have meshed the time-lapse pretty well. She was missing something. Obviously, I go through everything beforehand. I give the builder everything they're going to need for the entire build, but sometimes they just aren't there. It just doesn't happen. So now she's working on the actual hut bit at the top. There's even a nice little area outside the hut, and if I remember correctly from looking at the level 5, there is going to be a huge jungle tree there when this whole thing is done, and I really like the cute little roof that's been done for this hut, because it's just like a really nice curved circular roof. I think I'm really going to enjoy this tropical style, and once we've got all the initial buildings down and we're starting to level them all up to level 5, I think this is going to be one of the coolest colonies I'll have ever built. But I do really feel like going forwards, it's going to be a pain with the builders, and I need to update the mod pack so I can get the new hammer. And there it is. Would you look at this? This is so nice. I couldn't really tell from underneath how good it was going to be. So how do we get in? Where is the gate? I assume it's at the front? No, it's not there. Where's the gate at? Oh, interesting. It's here. Okay, so we're going to need a few bits of jungle wood to fix that. I don't think I've got any planted over there, so it's a case of getting it from the house. Yeah, I haven't got any planted there, and I'm not breaking that fruit tree. Bust that open. Wood's on that side. Grab the slabs, because that's what we're going to need for this. This might be a little bit of an issue in the future, because obviously that's on the other side of probably where we would like to have it. But it'll be fine. Right, there we go. One way up. So by the looks of it, they plant the trees around these areas here. And then they've got their own little garden plot. Lovely. Manage workers. So we don't really have anybody yet, so we're either going to need a tavern or a residence so that our colonists can start having babies. So with that building done, and I think the other builder's hut nearly done, it looks like it just needs its torches being put around the place. I think we're done. So while this building has been building, I've been looking into something quite exciting. If I get some string, a golden nugget, and a sign, I can make name tags, and with those name tags, I can name colonists. So if you would like to have your name in the colony, leave a name and a gender underneath, and I will do my best to write down everybody's names, and then we'll be able to get some of your guys' names in the colony. I think this is a really cool idea, especially because we can use name tags to do it. So I'll see you all again next time. Bye!